Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a slightly noisier than usual Canal Sidings model railway channel. I did say I was changing period, and what you can see now is an example of what I'm changing to. A much later 1990s to 2000 scene. We'll just let the trains go past, and I'll then pick up the camera and I'll show you what progress I haven't made. Okay, I'm back hand holding the camera now, so sorry for the little bit of shake you might see. As you can see, I'm going very much for an area that would have been run by Central Trains. We have a class 153 there and a class 150 there, and you've already seen the 170 turbo go past, and the other loco which is coming round now is my old class 56, which I've not got the sound on because it's too loud for now, and that is pulling my so far constructed rake of intermodal wagons. So there you go, that's an idea of what's happening. Over here is a clue to something else, the red roofed coach. I have on order a Virgin Voyager, the non-tilting class 220, and if I pan around slowly following the intermodal, which you'll see come over the bridge in a minute, there we go. I should have turned the railway lights on, but I failed to do so. And round here we have a class 158, which is still in the old express livery, which I quite liked and decided to buy, however good or bad it is for my period. Okay then, so what else have I been doing? Well, to be honest, the only thing I've been doing lately is buying on eBay, and I cannot believe how time consuming that is. I've so far prepared just under 30 items, mostly locomotives, sold about 18 of them so far. The rest have not been listed, the rest have just been listed and are waiting to finish on Sunday. But it's been worthwhile because I've actually managed to make so far with those items over £1,500, which is why I've been able to buy some of these new acquisitions. Unfortunately, the eBay thing has just taken up 90% of my time. The other 10% I've just managed to play about with running all these new acquisitions in and fitting DCC decoders to some of them. The 153 that you can see there, I fitted a DCC decoder to yesterday, and when I did it wouldn't run. Nothing to do with the decoder. I took the decoder out, put the blanking plug back in, and it was still run like a dog. And it turns out to be Bachmann have put so much grease into the bogies that there was just no way it could run. It was it just couldn't pick up electricity. Well, I don't know how to explain it. I just had to soak one of the bogies in isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the massive amounts of grease in it. And I think I've heard other people talking about this and saying that Bachmann are not very good at how much grease they put in their locos. Anyway, that aside, I have got a few other odds and ends. I've got in there, which you can't see in that tunnel, I've got a rake of so far 8, I think they're HTA hopper wagons, which I've been picking up second hand at sensible prices off of eBay, 49 quid new. I did buy one new just to find out what you got from a new one, but that was good enough for me. So they won't be featuring today, you won't see them. But what I have done since the last time, as you can see, I think this wasn't done before, is I've actually moved North Grove down here onto its new place. This is a Hornby loco about to be sold. And there's another new acquisition, a DRS Class 37, which is a Vitrains product. Was a bit of a mess when I got it, and I haven't done much to it except clean up some of the muck that was on it, but it runs like a dream, and a bit of weathering and added detail, it'll be fine. As you can see, I've got the curve in second radius sat round the back of North Grove now, so that corner there behind the shed will have to be a bit different. It's not fitted, it's just testing. And then just here on the end of that track will be where the cassettes go. Now my original intention was to remove everything, as we said, I'll just walk round slowly, was to remove everything from here all the way round there, all the way, right the way round to the end of that black piece there. That was my original intention, but when I told my wife that was what I was going to do, I'd already removed the MPD from here, by the way. This point used to go into the MPD, and this was a siding within the MPD. I've already removed that. That's definitely not coming back. But when I told my wife what I was going to do, she said, you can't get rid of that, meaning what's there so far, and all the walls and the buildings, etc. She said it's just too good to just throw out. And so I thought about it, and I ran some trains on it, and as you can see, they run very well on the main lines. So I thought, she's absolutely right, so it's staying. So this piece of the original layout is staying, but it will change from here onwards. How it'll change exactly, I'm not sure yet, but it will be changing at that point. The problem with leaving it there is that there is a big shadow along the back of North Grove, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is, and I'll turn them on, sorry about this moving around, but I've got to get to the other side of the room because I forgot to pick up my remote. Okay, we now have the lights on Inglethwaite actually on, so you can see better what's going on, and this bit is lit, so we don't get too much in the way of shadows up there. It could do with another light or two. But what I'm going to do is, because this piece here and round there is definitely going to be completely changed, and I'm not going to have this pelmet above it, I've got 9 lights along here, so there's no reason that I can't fit 9 lights along the bottom of what remains of Inglethwaite over here. So that's my intention. As I say, not really achieved very much. There's a lot of tidying up gone on and a lot of moving round of stuff, and a lot of planning has gone on. The next stage of the proceedings will be to put Canal Sidings in its purpose-made cupboard, which resides in the garage. That's Canal Sidings over there. That has to be moved out of the way so that I can get to all of that electronics behind it, and that you probably haven't seen this view before, but down there in the dark, underneath all that lot, is a massive amount of electronics, lots and lots of it, and I want to be able to move that back against the wall further. There's a shelf there with the speakers that give you the sound from the garage, because I found it was much easier to know whether a train was moving and how fast just by listening to the sound it made. So I put a microphone in the garage and I listened to it on those 2 speakers. So my next job is, I think I said it all bit, I've already said it before, is to remove this. I'll have to turn round so that that old control panel for Inglethwaite can go on it, and then build along here an 18-inch deep by about 6 foot long desk for my computers. And in order to do that, I've got to clear everything out that's in here, lots of stuff in there, and I'm going to have to move Inglethwaite. I'm going to have to move Canal Sidings. So that is my next step, and I'm actually off this afternoon. This is Friday the 1st of December. I'm actually off this afternoon to get some Conti board to make that desk for my computers. So I'm not going to bore you any longer. I've just posted this video really to say hi, I'm still here and I am working hard, but eBay sales take up a vast amount of time. First of all, finding the object and then cleaning it up, testing it, make sure it works properly, and then photographing it, about half a dozen photographs or more, and then writing an eBay listing information paragraph or 10, and then actually going to eBay and doing the listings. All of that takes me a long time, and then of course you get a brief respite, and then the listing ends and you've got to start packing things up and arranging for couriers to come and collect. Hell of a lot of work. So the fact that it was worth it is the only thing that made it worthwhile, because 1,500 quid for less than 20 items is pretty good going. So I'm going to say goodbye now and say thanks for watching, and hopefully there'll be a bit more progress on the revamp of the workshop, and I'll be able to show you a couple of other new acquisitions next time. So bye everybody.